Everybody. So, read the caption. It says, "When, um, when your legs," right? So I put out a reel yesterday, and I put in a reel, "When your legs," and then I didn't finish it, but you know what I'm saying. So I got a lot of comments, and I just wanted to address those comments and we talk a little bit. We talk our mess a little bit. So before we start, I need y'all to hit that like and subscribe button if you feel my content. You understand? And please share the live as well if you can. So, what I was saying in the reel yesterday, right? This is the same mistake that I made in my past. You understand? Anything that I talk about in my reels, anybody who follow me, you already know. Whatever I talk about, I have lived it. You hear me? I have lived it. So that's why I have the nerve to talk about it. So when I say that in the heat of the moment, when you with your man and you spread your legs and you do doggy style, right? You're not thinking about protection. Me either. I was not either. Okay. And so I have made some mistakes in my past. So when I say this to you, it's not to um, belittle you. It's not to make you feel some type of way. It's for you to be cautious. Because in the heat of the moment, baby, when it's good to you, honey, you hear me? When it's good to you, you do not understand the assignment. The assignment is to protect yourself. That's the assignment. And I know a lot of Christian women and men are upset with me because of what I said. But listen to me. Truth be told, the younger generation was not like how we grew up. You understand? So they do stuff that don't make sense sometimes, and you wondering why this girl is having all these babies and why this young man got all these children when there's so much protection around, right? Now, I don't condone just sleeping around. I don't. You should be married. It's safer to be married. But nowadays they got this whole stigma on marriage, and marriage is this and marriage is that, and then you have people on the internet misleading the young people, telling them marriage is nothing, that it's just a piece of paper. And I'm gonna tell you something, my dear. Marriage holds a lot of weight when stuff go wrong. It holds a lot of weight. And some people don't believe that, but it does. Okay? But I'm not saying just go marry anybody. I'm talking about you marry the person that God designed for you. Okay? That's why I always tell you, you got to pray. Pray it. You understand? You got to make sure that this is the person for you. Take their name to God and ask God, is this your husband? Is this your wife? So that you don't make no mistake where you got to go through some big blowout divorce. But back to the story at hand. When I'm saying that you laying down with a man and you not using protection, right? And he's telling you all these sweet things in your ear. My dear, the sweet things is just so that he can lay you down. You understand? Most of the time when men do bedroom talk, they don't even mean it. They just doing it because it sound good to you at the time. Now, only woman who can make the man submit to the promises is the wife. When he telling her all that good stuff, because I know many times I have done it. Okay, so when he telling her that good, she'll call him on it after they finish doing what they doing in the bedroom. That's for the husband and wife. That the husband know he got to come through with those promises that he made to his wife. But when you done slept with Pookie and Ray Ray, okay, he doesn't have to come up on those promises. You understand? He doesn't have to come up on those promises. He can just say whatever he want to say because he's getting that good with you right now. What I'm saying is that you are in control of your honey pot. You are. You are in control. You determine who swims in your honey pot. So you supposed to be the one to tell this person to use protection. Okay? I don't care how hot it is. How you ready to go. You on fire. Y'all ready to do the thing. Protect yourself. Because at the end of the day, you're the one left with the baby. If anything go wrong, you're left with the baby. Or even something worse, okay, that you got to deal with. Sometimes I can't understand how I get comments from women about this subject that, oh, it's the men fault. No, my dear. Accountability start with you first because you're the one that's letting him lay up with you. Okay? Because if a woman doesn't want to sleep with a man, baby, ain't nothing gonna happen. I don't care what happen. Ain't nothing gonna happen unless we talking about the R word. But I'm not talking about the R word. I'm talking about just two adults consenting. That's what I'm talking about. So when you go and decide you're going to make love with somebody, you should always want to protect yourself. You understand? I can't even believe I'm having this conversation because some of the women in my comments, I was like, this is crazy. Because you should know that you start first. You start first because in the ending, you will have to deal with this child. It's not him. It's not him. It's going to be you, my dear. You're going to have to raise this baby on your own. You're the one that's going to the doctors, the school, all these things. It's you. If he's a Pookie and Rere. Now, if he's a good man, it ain't going to be like that. It's not going to turn out like that. He's going to help. He's going to do the right thing. All I'm saying is to just take heed to what I'm telling you. Stop going to bed with people that you barely even know. Stop going to bed with this man. You're not married to him. He gonna say whatever he want to say at that time because he trying to get that good. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him. But the buck starts with you. You understand? It starts with you. And it ends with you too. Because in the end, you got to still deal with this baby. And the comments that I seen, some of this, oh, it's both of us. No, nope, it's not. Because it start with us first. It start with the women first. Because when he talking all that sweet stuff in your ears and you already know in your mind he can get it. Because women, when we meet men, the first day we meet men, and if anybody say I'm lying, y'all lying to yourself. When you meet a man, first time you meet him, and you get a connection with him, you already know he could get it. You already know. You already know he could get that good. Okay? But you sitting up here acting like, oh no, I didn't know. No, you knew. You already knew that you could sleep with this man. So if you already know in your mind that you could sleep with this man, you should have protection. It shouldn't be, oh, I didn't know, I didn't understand. No, because that's what we say at the end after we done got pregnant. Oh, he promised me this, and it was bedroom talk. It was bedroom talk, my dear. He promised you, but it was bedroom talk. He told me he loved me. He wanted to have a baby with me. Yes, it's bedroom talk. Okay? So you not married to this man. You not supposed to lay down with this man at all in the first place. But if you're going to do it, protect yourself. So you don't have any children. You understand? These babies coming in this world left and right and nobody to cater for them because the decisions that we make. And I'm including myself because I told y'all already know I was a baby mother. Okay? And I went through a lot of nonsense. Thank you, Terry. Say it. Say it. That's right. Thank you, Terry. I was a baby mother. So I know the stuff that these sisters are going through. I know. I know the arguments. I know the nonsense. I know how you got to cater for this baby. I know how you got to go to school, how you got to take him to the doctor, how you got to stay on him. But this is the problem with us. And I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it. We think we can raise these children by ourselves. I thought it too back in the day. I thought it too. And then the child gets older and they turn into a monster. And I'm not talking about, evil type, but the child becomes disrespectful. And then what did I do? I'm looking for the daddy now. The boy is going into teenage years. I'm looking for the daddy now to help me. Mind you, I was pushing the daddy away, pushing him away, telling him I don't need no man. I could take care of my baby by myself. I don't need nobody. That's the nonsense I was taught. You hear me? And even though I had a baby with a man that I did not love, okay? And he did not love me because it was just bedroom talk. You hear me? I didn't do the right thing. And that's why I pass on these messages to the younger women. But I still see the older women don't understand the assignment. And it doesn't make sense to me. The things that I talk about, and I'll say it again, anything that I talk about is stuff I lived. It's not me just coming on here trying to bash women. It is things that I've been through, stuff I have seen in my own life. Okay? So I'm not here telling you some nonsense and that I want to get some clout. It's not that, baby. Because the clout that I receive is from my husband. Yes, the clout I get. He's the one that tells me everything I want to hear. And before I finish, I want to say this. To all the brothers who come to my comments and y'all be fighting for me, I want to say thank you. That's what I want to say. For all the brothers who come to my comments and y'all see nonsense in my comments and y'all fight for me, thank you. I appreciate that. And the sisters who understand the assignment, y'all go. Y'all go, girls. I'm just amazed how some of y'all understand the assignment. And then I get those Pookeishas and Raykeishas telling me nonsense in my comments too. Y'all can go sit down. This is grown folk talk. Y'all can go sit down if you don't understand. So all I want to say is that we have to learn how to change our mindset as women. Because at the end of the day, you are the one that winds up with this baby. Nobody else winds up with this baby but you. You cannot get mad with this man once you done got pregnant because you made the choice to not let him wear a condom. Because I know what you said, okay? I know what you said. You told him, oh no, it feel better without the condom. Yep, I know. No, you know how I know? Because I said that foolishness. That's how I know. Okay? So if you think it feel better without the condom, you might as well get married. You might as well get married. Because, baby, you could do all types of nonsense when you're married. And you ain't got to worry about it. So when you pregnant, you just give your husband that look. Because you know how many times I done gave my husband that look? When I got pregnant with his children, I just looked at him like this. He start laughing. Never had an experience like that before. Back in the day, when I did have a child outside of wedlock, and I had to tell the father, Lord, when I say it was Clash of the Titans, honey, my whole heart dropped out of my body. We all got haters. Don't worry. When they hate, you are on the right track. Oh, thank you, Terry. I appreciate it, honey. So what happened was when I would get pregnant outside of wedlock, like I said, all hell would break loose. Do you understand what I'm saying? I would be in so much trouble thinking like, what did I do? And mind you, I've been with this person like 2 to 3 years. Okay? 2 to 3 years. But the part was, I wasn't the main chick. You see? I was not the main chick. You understand? So mine is going to come with nonsense because I'm not the main chick. Yes, baby, I have done some stuff in my day. I have done some stuff in my day. So that's why I try my best to pass on the message. But I get a lot of women that tell me, oh, that's not true. That doesn't happen. Then that means you wasn't brought up in the projects then. That means you didn't live hard. You lived in the suburbs. You lived well. You had food every night. You ain't had no problem. But I came from the projects where sometimes you ate and sometimes you didn't. And people did drugs in the hallway. And your mama did drugs and your daddy did drugs too. And sometimes your mama and daddy was clean, or either your mama lived by herself and she took care of everybody and she was gone all the time. So you had friends that they parents was doing nonsense and drugging. So you took on the habits that your friends was doing. That's how projects is. You live a hard life. So most of y'all don't understand what happens in the projects. Some of y'all just lived in the suburbs and y'all think everything is hunky dory and everything is fine. And it's not. A lot of children who lived in the projects went through a lot of nonsense, and I'm one of them. But what I'm saying is to use protection. That's all I'm saying. So you don't bring no baby in this world that you gotta go crazy for and take care of. See, social media will tell you that it's okay to be a baby mama. They're gonna tell you. And then every time you see somebody have a baby shower, right? The baby shower look like a wedding. And that's a doggone shame. Baby shower look like a wedding. And I don't remember no baby shower looking like that when I was young. Whole wedding, honey. They done spent $2,000 to $3,000 on a baby shower. It doesn't even make sense to me. You cannot blame the man when it starts with you first. You determine who you let swim in your honey pot. Okay? You determine. And also, before I get off this live, let me say this real quick. When I call children baggage, right? It's not meant to say that the child is a distraction. It's not meant for anything evil. That's just the way I talk. Okay? I could never say a child is evil, that is unwanted. No. Children are a blessing from God. Yes, it is. But what you did to get that baby, that's not a blessing. That's not a blessing. What you did to get the baby, you understand? What you did to get him, that's the problem. Okay? Because you wasn't married. So there's nothing that can save you. You understand? Because our men are our safety net. They cover us. You understand? They protect us. So when you don't have that protection, a lot of things can go wrong. So when I say that you have to understand that when you have a lot of children, you will not find a high value man. Now, this can be two different ways. He could be rich, or he could just be a good brother that's handling his business, that's doing what he got to do, and he's not in the streets. Okay? Because a man can be measured in so many ways, but we always measure him to money. You understand? We always do that. We will measure a high value man to money. But there'll be some brothers who handle their business. They got a savings, they got a house, they got a car, they doing what they got to do, and they not rich. They just know how to handle money. And when I'm saying that you will not find a high value man, because he's not going to want to come in and deal with your baby daddy and all those children. And sometimes some of us women, we have 5 kids, we got 5 baby daddies. Or we got 3 kids, we got 3 baby daddies. And it shouldn't be like that. This brother is coming in trying to just make you a wife and you coming with all this extra baggage. That's what I'm saying. And when I say he saved you, he did, my dear. He saved you from the streets. And you know why I say this? It's because I was saved too. Okay? I'm not talking about the higher power saved. I'm not talking about you went and you said Jesus Christ died on the cross for my sins. You understand? That I believed he died on the cross for my sins. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about a different kind of save. Because I could never compare that to God Almighty. You understand? So some of y'all get that messed up in the comments. I will never compare that to God Almighty. I'm saying that he saved you from the nonsense of any other man talking to you, because all you got to do is flash that ring. I'm quick to flash my ring. Somebody said, "Oh, sweetie, oh, you look so beautiful today. You look so nice. Can I get your number?" And look at me. I'm not even that fine. You hear me? I'm an older woman, okay? But when I throw my stuff on, baby, I look good, okay? So now I get somebody and I tell them, "Oh, baby, thank you for saying that, but you know, I'm married." And I flash my ring real quick. "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm sorry." That's what I'm talking about, save. Because you don't have to deal with the nonsense like the other women do in the street. All you got to do is flash that ring and they back off. And then you might get some that'll tell you, "Oh, you happy?" And then you got to tell them, "Yeah, baby, I'm happy. I'm happy, honey." And you keep pushing. That's the kind of save I'm talking about. This man took you and made you his wife. He gave you his last name. You have a covering. If anything go wrong, you know who to go to. That's what I'm saying. Y'all just go straight and start talking nonsense and it don't make no sense. I'm telling you some good. But then I get some women in my comments that will get upset because I'm telling you. I had one woman yesterday say to me that she have 2 children and she married a high value man. And I said to her, "My dear, you are 1 in a million." And that's what I said in my comments. If you do marry a high value man, right? You 1 in a million, my dear. You 1 in a million. They not running around grabbing baby mamas and marrying them. They not doing that. More than likely, they getting those women straight out of college that they trying to wife or put in a relationship or put in a family way so that they can keep them. You understand? That's what they do. Some do. I won't say all. But all I'm saying is just take heed to the message. Change what you're doing. Change your atmosphere. Change how the way you pick men. Learn how to take his name to God when you get ready to marry this man, when he wants to marry you, when he's showing signs that he wants you to be his wife. Learn how to take it to God so that he can bless it, so he can tell you, "This is your husband. This is your wife." You understand? See, sometimes people go and marry and God is not in the midst. And that's why most people get divorces, because God is not in the midst. He's not there. Maybe you started with God and then some way throughout the years you've been married, you just dismiss what God said. And so you begin to listen to outsiders, your friends, people in your family that destroy your marriage. But if God is in the midst, I'm telling you, hands down, ain't nothing gonna happen. Anybody tell me that, "Oh, God was in the midst of my marriage and it still destroyed," you lying. You lying. Because I've been in a marriage, and you know I told y'all this before. I've been in a marriage where God was not in the marriage. Okay? And that thing just went all to hell. You hear me? It went all the way there. But in the marriage I am in now, God is in the midst. And we'll be married 15 years on Valentine's Day. Okay? So I'm a living testimony. The stuff that I talk about, baby, it's a living testimony. Okay? So just because you're a baby mother doesn't mean that you won't land on your feet. But the thing is, you have to change your direction. You understand? You have to change your direction. Oh, thank you, Terry. Amen. You have to change your direction on how you handle things. You can't keep doing the same thing that you're doing if you want to get married. No man will take you serious. If you keep doing nonsense, there's no man will take you serious. So you have to change. And you remember, like I told y'all, I kept hitting the wall, wondering what the heck was going on. Why is this like this? Why can't I keep a man? That's what I used to say back in the day. Why can't I keep a man? I'm a good person. I'm a good woman, right? That's what I used to say to myself. But when your mouth is slick and you could say nonsense to somebody, and that's the problem I had. My mouth was slick. My mouth will cut you too short to, you know what I'm about to say. My mouth was slick. And congratulations, love, always. Oh, thank you, David. So my mouth was slick and I used to say nonsense. All these things that I tell y'all in my reels, this is stuff I lived. I keep saying that. My mouth was slick. Only till I kept hitting the wall and wondering why I couldn't keep a man. Mind you, I can cook, I can keep house, okay? But my mouth was slick. And when your mouth is slick and you talking to a man, ain't no way he gonna want to wife you. Ain't no way. The beginning of my marriage with my second husband, my mouth was still slick, but my husband was quick to correct it. Nah, you ain't gonna talk to me like that. Watch your mouth. Watch your mouth. And I look at him like, what? He's like, nah, watch your mouth. We not gonna talk like that. And I used to be in shock, like, like what is going on? And he was like, and he told me, I'm your husband. I'm your husband. Okay? You my wife. You belong to me. You're not gonna talk to me like you crazy. And I used to, and I be in awe, like, so now I'm ready. I'm ready. Cause you're not gonna talk to me like that. That's how I used to be back in the day. You're not gonna talk to me like that. I'm gonna say what I want to say. But I didn't know that the man I married, okay, he's a nice man. My husband is a good man. But baby, when the hurricanes start, he already got his gear on. He ready. You hear me? Mind you, we ain't never touch each other, like hurt each other. But the words, honey, my husband will say something, break you down. Men use logic, honey. They use it well, honey. They use it well. Yes, they do. I have to give y'all a hand clap. Y'all use logic well. Because mine can sit and talk to you. His legs will be just nice and easy on the chair. He be calm, lean back. Sometimes he be in his lazy boy. And he will say some stuff, honey, that will break me down. And I'm like, what the? Mind you, I started the fight, okay? That's the truth. I'm taking accountability. I started the fight. But my husband was always determined to finish it. And he used to tell me, when you done, and you want to get some act right, let me know. And then when time went on, I learned that I couldn't beat this man when it came to argument. And when it came to us getting in a disagreement, I learned I couldn't beat him. So one day he said something to me, and I sat on the bed and I looked at him and I said, yes, honey. And he looked at me again. He said, did you hear what I said? I said, yes, honey. He said, oh, so we done now, huh? I said, yes, we done. He said, so you gonna follow me now, huh? I said, yes. Now let me tell you something. This was our second year of marriage, okay? When I decided to do some act right. Because remember, I come from a single parent home and he came from a 2-parent home. So he know what marriage looked like. I always told y'all that. But what I'm saying is, I had to be taught how to be a good wife. I had to be taught to be, and I'm going to say the word y'all don't like, obedient. Because I didn't know that. I didn't know that. Now, mind you, I always loved my husband, always respected him. Okay? But the part where I had to be obedient and sit and listen, that was hard for me. And even now today, it's still hard for me. But I sit down and I take into what he said. And then I don't let my mind make up the scenario. I listen to the words he said. Okay, y'all. That's it. I'm done talking my mess today. I'm done. I'm done. Everybody have a wonderful day. Y'all take it easy. And I just want to say, please like and share this live with anyone who can take heed to the message. And if you would like to, please donate to my channel. I'm trying to get more equipment, trying to do more things, better lighting and everything to grow my channel. So my Cash App is in my bio if you want to donate, okay? And I just want to say thank you to everybody who tuned in. I greatly appreciate all of y'all coming to my live, and have a wonderful Saturday, y'all. Take it easy.